What I mean when the transphobia just comes out, the audacity and just the arrogance for cis women to believe that they own periods.
She says the arrogance for cis women to believe they own periods. Don't they have the patent on that?
If I punch you every month, you breathe every month.
哦，对。Then she's got a point 啊，有道理啊。
The audacity and just the arrogance for cis women to believe that they own periods, that they own womanhood.
Oh,
you don't.
So she's telling cis women that not only do they not own periods, but they don't own womanhood.
You serious?
A trans woman.
A dude.
This dude woman is saying that women. Saying that you don't own womanhood, you don't own period. If we want to be real for a second, this person's default factory settings is a dude. Acts like a woman, gets the surgery. You change your factory settings, don't mean that you can come in and just hold the patent. That'd be like if I say, hey, we're going to go kia. So you Taiwanese people, you don't know shit about being Taiwanese. You don't own that shit. You ain't the gatekeepers. I run shit, nigga. Only I can say that.
You don't own womanhood. You experience both, and both are different for every person. But as a cis woman, it doesn't belong to you, so you can't gatekeep it. Like,
this person talks about other people being arrogant about claiming who owns what, but you are arrogant as f. You say all this shit with all this arrogance, by the end of the day, like, you a guest. You just entered the chat of womanhood in the women's chat room.
他们在 unmute 你而已。
Yeah, unmute, right. Because while actual naturally born women were going through the process of struggling in womanhood, you kind of skipped a few lines and just hopped in. And you try to claim that this is your chat room and ban this. But here's the thing. After this, there were a lot of people who were like, well said, well done. But then there was one woman who dared to say what a lot of people were thinking.
Hello. Who the is gonna stand up for us? And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were.
God damn, she came strong. Yeah. Don't let her fool you. That is a real woman, yo. Don't let the deep voice fool you.
When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straitjacket on.
So,
wow.
In case you didn't catch that, she's comparing people with gender dysphoria trans people with insane people.
You better be careful.
Now, while I support her going hard on a homegirl or home dude, whatever, dude bro, dude woman, while I support her going hard on dude woman for saying all that bullshit, I think she kind of hurt her purpose a little bit when she started equating people who get diagnosed with gender dysphoria, which is an actual thing, with being crazy.
That's a real woman.
Yeah, that's a real woman. I mean, she's angry, right? Like, there's a thing, all the PC comes off, especially when black women are pissed.
Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wow. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that bleed, honey. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us.
She's like, we make y'all people. Y'all goofy in the straight jackets. We make you too.
你是我们挤出来的。
So we know your default settings, motherfucker.
You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never ever get. You'll never be that.
Aside from that tiny little hiccup with the straight jacket part, homegirl laid the law down, and I agree with her, man. Who are you to say that? Like, you just entered the chat room, and homegirl, she's the administrator, dog. But after Jess said this, she's a very famous comedian, and a lot of people called for her to be canceled. After all this, then one of the most famous transgender celebrities in America comes out and provides a very interesting perspective on her live stream.
See, the problem is that y'all don't want to validate trans women's existence. You don't want us to fall up under the umbrella of woman, but unfortunately, sweetheart, we do. I've been calling y'all real women for the last couple of days, and I'm all right with it, because guess what you told? I'm a real woman. Okay, hey, real woman.
On Twitter, after this happened, she actually started to separate. She called trans women, and then she called real women like that. She separate, and she caught a lot of flack for that. She was like, okay, if y'all, that's what you want to do, we don't call you cis, we call you real women versus trans women. And then people in the trans and LGBT community was like, how dare you do that? How dare you separate?
Y'all had a problem with that yesterday. The real women and the trans women. I told y'all bitches I had dick at the bottom and titty at the top day one when the dope open. You don't want cis no more? Here we go, real women. So let's do this. Let's just take out cis and trans and let's put women. How about that?
Not a great plan.
How about no?
Yeah.
Now I see what she's trying to do. This is what the real meaning of woke is. The real meaning of woke is watch out for people who 装你的朋友，装要帮助你, but really they're trying to f it up.
Yeah.
And this is what homegirl is doing right now. She's saying, hey, 大家都很不高兴now. You see how messy all the situation is? So let me, the trans woman, come in and fix it. Remove the labels of cis women and of trans women and put them together. Everybody 都是 woman 啊，对吧?
That don't make no sense.
Sneaky as Because at the beginning you're kind of like, okay, 他讲的，如果你没有想得很深，他讲有一点点道理吧，对吧？
白人跟黑人都是人，那你不要分你哥还是我哥，大家都是哥哥。
Yeah.
There are so many real women that get mistaken for being transgender women, and that's where a lot of anger comes from. I do hope they take a good look at how transphobia affects all women.
This is actually very important, right?
Yeah.
Because Jess Hilarious in her career has been mistaken several times by her own admission of being a trans woman.
This nigga DM'd me and wanted to fly me out so I could him in the ass. Yes, but not with a dildo. This nigga thought I was a man. Yep, he thought I was a transgender.
So that's why academics attacked her like that, because she's publicly came out and said like this happened to me before.
I don't think that Jess Hilarious looks like a man. I do think that she has masculine energy. What's up, yo son? What's good? But she does not look like a man to me. The next day, academics posted that, oh, all this time I thought that this was a man. Now you know damn well this girl don't look like no motherfucking man. No, he was being messy. No, he was being messy. And so I do believe that she's experienced this time and time and time and time again. And because she's experienced this, it does build up some type of well, people start feeling some type of way. But again, your anger is displaced.
So she's saying that because 很多人都一直 mislabel Jess Hilarious. 她本来的生气点不是因为她讨厌那个 trans woman， 是因为她一直被 mislabel 了。
可是 mislabel 不代表他讨厌 trans。
我觉得不是。I think she's kind of mixing it up a little bit. I see kind of the weird logic is like, oh, because you keep getting mistaken for something you're not, and then someone comes out and says that you don't own what you are. So that makes you 更生气的。I see where she's trying to go, but 我觉得有一点sus. This is where things got a little touchy, because at this point you have a war of words going back and forth, right? And Jess Hilarious going crazy on the trans community. What the The craziest part of it, I thought she was trans this whole time. This is the biggest plot twist of the year. God damn. And he don't stop there, yo. He keeps going. He says, I seen them pics before the makeup and hair. That jawline screamed Jimmy, not Jessica. Plus, only Vegeta from Dragon Ball S could get such a perfect M as a hairline. And he was a nigga. Cause look at her hairline right there. You wrong for that, academic. You wrong for that.